Hello guys, my name is Jeff and behind me is a 1990 Lancia Delta Integrale, specifically the Lancia Delta Maxi-Integrale, which has a special wide-body kit that we'll be taking a look at here in a sec. So obviously this is a Lancia Delta, so this does have the hatchback, of course, with the famous pronunciation, which we should point out. A lot of people call this Lancia due to the spelling, but it's actually pronounced Lancia in Italian. When you have the C and the I, it's actually a ch sound. So you have Lancia, and there you go. So the Delta is perhaps one of the more famous Lancia race cars. Obviously, the Lancia has a very famous history, especially with Group B racing. This is a 1990 car, so it came after the end of Group B in 1986. But this car was actually owned by Savage Garage. It's now here for auction at Barrett-Jackson Palm Beach, and it has a very unique wide body. So this wide body kit is not something you would have seen on the Group B race cars, but it is on this, and that is the meaning of that Maxi-Integrale, and that's what this kit is, which also raced the cars and also had some street versions. This particular car is not street legal, however. This is a full race car. You're looking at a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine producing around 600 horsepower, and there's a lot of really cool details in this car. Obviously, it's sporting a Martini livery, which is fitting. When we think a lot of the Lancia rally cars, Martini livery is the first one that comes to mind, and they would have some special Martini editions to celebrate the wins that Lancia would achieve, because even after the end of Group B, where Lancia was using the Delta S4, which featured a twin-charged engine, which was, Lancia was the first one to use a twin-charged setup, which means it's turbocharged and supercharged. They would use that car until the end of Group B, where it'd be banned, and that car had over 600 horsepower, and those cars were just way too fast, super dangerous, because this car is incredibly lightweight with a fiberglass body. Every door panel, every hood, everything like that is incredibly lightweight. It's just a full-blown race car, and in the S4, they were sitting over the fuel tank, so unfortunately when they hit a tree, the car exploded. But this one's here, it's all-wheel drive, so we have a differential that sits in the engine bay there, these awesome heavy-duty rally wheels with some pretty serious drilled rotors sitting behind there. Lots of cool sponsors. There appears to be a 2014 historic Monte Carlo rally sticker on there, so this car's been used, obviously, very cool. Like I said, 600 horsepower, Savage Garage sticker there. Okay, sorry to interrupt the video here. This is Editing Jeff now. I just wanted to add additional information. So this car, you'll notice the Savage Garage sticker that's actually on the car. It was actually purchased by Randy for $250,000. And after he believed it had spent some time racing somewhere in Eastern Europe before finally making its way into his hands. Now, it did go on sale at the auction here where I filmed the car, and it sold for $110,000. So quite a loss, but the car did sell, and it's going on to its new owner, and obviously it has some racing history. So just a little bit of information. Back to the video. Some other cool Russian stickers and various things, and then quite the interior. You can see there we got some Sparco bucket seats along with what appears to be a manual or either a sequential transmission with a standalone ECU setup with a screen. Very cool car. And the wide body here is insane. Obviously it's considerably wider. The standard Deltas would have not have had this. It's still more of a subtle bulge, especially on the Integrale cars, celebrating the race history, but very cool nonetheless. In the back, we have a fill cell, and you can see the car's also got a full cage coming all the way back with a cool spoiler, some adjustable aero, and of course, lots of quick releases for both the hood and the rear hatch. Very cool car. You gotta wonder if it has anti-lag or two-step. It's just a really cool looking car, and reflecting over the history of Lancia, this is one of the pinnacles for me. You know, obviously this car would be the successor to the 037, or the Stradale as it's sometimes referred to. And then over here is a really cool badge. And this is that Delta Maxi-Integrale that I was talking about. Limited edition. It's hard to tell what that serial number is. Could be car number 1, hard to tell. But a very cool car, all-wheel drive rally monster. You just don't see these things, especially in the US very often. Group B was basically more popular than Formula 1 at the time. What a cool car. It just has such a presence. Very cool. So that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, could hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Consider getting subscribed for more content like this in the future. Thanks so much for watching.